Have you ever left a game and felt like your crew wasn't on the same page? You're not alone. But don't worry, that's not a skill issue. That is a communication issue, and it can be easily fixed. When you're in the middle of a game and you're running your angle and your ARs are in position, when you're making good communication, when you have great mechanics, and when you are making good eye contact, things start to happen and decisions become easier and easier. As a center referee with a trusted AR, I know that I can glance over and know exactly what they're thinking and what they're doing simply by their body language. And that is critical, especially when it comes time for those key match decisions that you have to rely on your team to get right. There are three elements and three opportunities where communication is going to come up big for you and for your crew. Whether or not it's in your pre-match talk, whether it's during your in-game performance, or in your post-match reflection, all three of these elements can work together so that you guys have the best game possible. In fact, during the recent MLS All-Star game, there was a post on Instagram that showed the center referee, the two ARs, the fourth official, as well as the reserve referee, all sitting inside their changing room having a halftime debrief. In fact, here's the photo. This shows exactly what I mean. They are taking the opportunity at halftime to be able to debrief about what's going on in the game, what they're noticing, and what they are going to change for the second half in terms of their communication and in terms of their management style in order to have a more effective presence out on the field. And that is something that every referee of all levels can do. Let's go through those three specific phases: pre-match, in-game, and post-match, so that we can start to understand what we should be talking about when and why this communication is so critical. So let's talk about the pre-match communication. And before you even get to the field, I recommend that you email or text your crew and ensure that you guys cover the logistical details. What time is the game? Where is it at? And ensure that everyone can be there in enough time to be able to have a structured pregame talk, a good warm-up, in order to be ready for the game. This also gives everyone the opportunity to discuss any scheduling conflicts. Hey, I'm on a match and I'm going to be there 10 minutes before kickoff. It happens. We're all busy referees, and we might not be just doing that one game for the day. So covering that and making sure that your entire crew is aware of your time constraints is going to be absolutely critical for a smooth match. The fewer surprises we have before we arrive at the field, the better. When you get to the field, if time allows, have a structured pregame. This is the time for referees to connect and communicate around roles, specific situations, communication styles and management styles, and so forth. It's really the best opportunity to start to iron out any of those smaller details as much as you can. For example, I like to talk about my management style, how I handle dissent given the context of the game. I like to handle any sort of decision that's within the penalty area. I'll tell my AR, look for my position, look for where I'm at. If you don't think I have visibility, make your call. Otherwise, look at me, follow my lead. This gives everyone the impression that we're on the same page, especially when those key match decisions start to come through. I talk about communication and eye contact, mechanics, and so forth. I tell my ARs all the time, if I'm looking at you, I'm looking for information. And finally, referees. Whether you're an AR, whether you're the center, does not matter. This is an open discussion. While the referee leads it because they lead the crew, it's still an open and a collaborative discussion, and it should be. If I have a more experienced AR on my line, I'm going to ask them what they think. I'm going to be open and collaborative to other ideas. This is a key piece of information because as you build rapport and trust as a team, you might not be the most experienced person on that crew. Open up, be honest about your experience, and absorb all the knowledge that you can, because this is the best time to learn. So let's talk about the in-match communication. This is where, during dynamic play, it is obvious when a crew is gelling, when they're able to ensure that they know exactly what the other referee is thinking and doing, just by simply having that opportunity to look and ensure that they are on the same page. This is one of the key aspects that I look for when I'm observing a referee crew, because it shows me that they've had that structured pregame talk, or that they've worked together before, and that they know exactly what they need to do and when they need to do it. Things like eye contact, subtle signals, right? Putting your hand down at your waist and pointing a specific direction, the flag hand being switched around, making sure that you guys go up together and you come down together in terms of signals and throw-ins and stuff like that. All of these mechanics can start to impress that anyone watching knows exactly what these referees are saying and doing, and that there's no mixed messages being communicated. In short, it means that the referee and the ARs are on the exact same page at the exact same time, and there's no miscommunication and there's no ambiguity. With this eye contact, especially from ARs, you have to trust your center, and you have to trust that they're looking for and supporting you as the AR. Giving little signals, making sure that they are aware that you're watching and in position, will help you as well as the referee in order to make the best decision so that you can assist the referee. Remember, it's assist, not insist. And those two words become very, very important when it comes to making decisions as a team, as opposed to, I'm going to just make the decision I think without checking in with the referee first. There's also a very critical time in the match where it's not always visible, but you have the opportunity to sit down and talk with your crew, and you're able to work through key details, and you're able to look at things with perhaps a deeper level of scrutiny, and that's halftime. Use your halftime break as an opportunity to reset. Use your halftime opportunity to get some feedback. Use your halftime break in order to go through and ensure that your communication styles are working and make sure that everything is gelling. It's where you're able to kind of take a deep breath, have that time to learn and get feedback, but also provide feedback to the entirety of your crew as well. Halftime is critical. Halftime can help you to correct some things in the moment and to give you a quicker feedback loop so that things that may not be going right can start to get addressed from the first half into the second half. Don't just sit on your cell phone. Don't just chug your water or anything like that. Use that time effectively. If you have to step away from the benches, especially on a lower level field, then do that. Move 20, 30 yards away and have a good productive discussion so that that second half can be even better than the first. Now finally, post-game. Your post-game communication, you can relax, you can debrief. Probably have to do it quickly because some of you are going to have to do, run to another game and so forth. But take 5-10 minutes if you have the time. What did you do well? What could you do differently? What were some good aspects of the game that you guys were happy with? And what were some aspects that maybe could be improved on? If there's an observer or an assessor there, it's going to be a longer debrief. Let it be what it will be. Take it seriously, ask your questions, and most importantly, own your decisions. This is a time that you have to be honest with yourself and with those around you. If you were out of position, you were out of position. If you didn't see contact, you didn't see it. It happens. It's real. We are in a dynamic game. But this is the opportunity for us to sit down, reflect, and learn with our peers. If you don't have the opportunity to sit down immediately after the game, email your crew, text them, organize a group call or something where you can take 5-10 minutes and do what you would do after the game. And even then, sometimes, even if you have that opportunity at the field to be able to reflect and do that post game, sometimes you simply have more time to distill the game in your head. Sometimes you have more time to think and recognize some other things and recognize some other questions. It doesn't hurt to send an email, to text your crew, and to offer a time to debrief a little bit further. It's only going to help them, and it's only going to help you. When it comes to communication, you cannot referee well alone. And you never know. Your next assignment might just be determined on how well you work with others. Share a comment below about how you communicate with your crew and your tips and tricks to get the best out of your team. If this is the kind of thing that motivates you and that you want to learn more, that is what I formed the Referee Circle on School for. Feel free to check the link below, and I look forward to seeing you inside. Until next time, good luck out on the pitch, and I will see you there.